Does your reduced calorie diet call for sugar? Certainly. Sugar for energy. And remember, 3 teaspoons of Domino's sugar contain fewer calories than your egg. It's smart to stay slim and get Domino's Energy Lift too. Which is less fattening? Yes, 3 teaspoons of Domino's sugar contain fewer calories than 1 boiled egg. Sure, you need Domino's sugar to sweeten coffee, tea, and your favorite foods. But equally important, Domino's sugar supplies quick energy, faster than any other food. What's more, there are only 18 calories in a teaspoon of Domino's sugar. That's fewer calories than many reducing diet foods. So if you are reducing, remember, sugar-starved people often lose pop and energy instead of weight. Just as eggs are famous for their health values in a well-balanced diet, Domino's Pure Cane Sugar helps supply the quick food energy you need every day for pop and vitality. So be smart. Use a sensible amount of satisfying, low-calorie, high-energy Domino's sugar at every meal. For only 1 sugar is Domino Pure. Get your free Domino Sugar Diet booklet today.
Help human life, learn, laugh, and thrive. You're gonna laugh so hard it's gonna make you cry. The knowledge we provide will help you learn and thrive. So stay tuned now for a new episode as we turn off the beats and we start the show.
Here we go.
Welcome to the Health Humor Life podcast, guys. I'm here with Tyler P. I'm Matt Michael right here. We're here with you once again for podcast number, 5? 6? Oh, okay. You don't have to, you can just say, you don't have to, wave at me over there. I'm right next to you.
I was trying to make it easier.
So Tyler has a goal today. He's going to attempt to not say fuck as much. You want to read the email you got? The complaint about the fucks?
It pretty much, like in a nutshell, it said, "Dear Tyler, why do you say fuck so much? You know, Tyler, you just have a lot less. You could get way more viewers if you just didn't do the fuck thing all the time. Just not everyone wants to hear you just say fuck all the time. It's not funny. It's very rude to some people. It's very distracting to some people.
I personally like it when you say fuck.
I feel like I come off passionate. I'm very passionate what I talk about. Like, if I don't swear, I'm just not passionate about
Boring as shit.
Would you rather me be polite? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about the benefits and health benefits of running every day. We're just going to be out here. Did you say thank you to your neighbor today? Did you say thank you to your neighbor? Fuck him. Can't do it, dude. I can't do it. Be kind and gentle.
So today we're talking about the benefits, the health benefits of sugar. And boy, is there a lot of them. Holy shit. Guys, I don't know why we're not still doing this fucking sugar diet stuff. Because, the 1950s, it was all the rage. And we will post these 1950s sugar ads, on the website. You just heard one of them. And of course, we know that sugar is still beneficial today. So let's get right into the benefits of sugar. Tyler, chime in whenever you want.
Sure.
First benefit of sugar, it tastes really fucking good. My goal is not to decrease my fuck, so good luck with that, but...
You know, my mother actually said that you say fuck more than me. She's like, Jesus Christ, I think that Matt says it more than you do, actually. That
was your mother that wrote the email, dude?
It could have been.
Is that our only listener, your mother?
No, my mother doesn't write emails. I don't think she's gonna, I don't know if she can...
You're telling me you said you got an email from someone.
I did, yeah.
Saying not to say fuck, and now it's your mother. Now you say it's your mother.
My mother shits on me for it. She's not gonna write an email. I feel like she can't even text me correctly. She's gonna write an email? I don't see it happening. This is a very well written email.
So you're saying the email didn't come from your mother?
Did not. No.
Are you lying to me?
No. I'm not lying to you.
So anyway, first benefit of sugar. Shut up, dude.
We already did one. Next one.
It tastes really fucking good. So it tastes so good. So why don't you eat more of it? What harm could come from it? Number 2, you get a fucking energy spurt. Fuck. For 5 minutes, you'll be running a marathon, and then you'll be in hibernation. But for those 5 minutes, holy shit, you can get a lot done. Huh?
Yeah? Yeah? That's why they have, athletes are promoting chocolate milk.
Oh. Yeah, chocolate milk after a workout. Good for recovery, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fucking...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. More sugar in you after a workout, the better you'll be, the more fat you'll lose. Number 3, it goes right through you. It stimulates hunger so you can eat more of the food you love. Isn't that fucking awesome? So you're telling me if I have sugar with my fucking cheeseburger, I can eat another fucking cheeseburger? Like a double baconator, triple baconator from Wendy's? Whereas normally, I'd be fucking full after that. I'd be full of shit having a fucking triple burger. Add some sugar to that shit, make it go right through you, have more. There we go. Number 4. You crave more of it. That's fucking cool. When you eat sugar, why not eat more of it? It fucking tastes good. Like, you eat a piece of cake, right? Would you not want another piece of cake after? I mean, I would. I don't eat one piece of cake at birthdays and shit. Number 5. You get fatter. Hey, who doesn't like more fucking fat on their bodies? Dad bods are all the rage right now, right? Blow me the fuck up, make me sexy like a daddy. That's always good. I'll totally get some dad bods going on right here. Number 7, diabetes. Who doesn't want to lose fucking limbs? Wouldn't that be cool? I want to lose an arm, a leg, or some shit. I want to have insulin resistance, put needles in my body and shit. I mean, that's cool. Alright, so let me go back and explain these benefits in more detail. Okay, so the ad we played at the beginning was a real ad. Except, it wasn't recorded, it was actually printed on a newspaper or some shit for sugar back in the 50s. So you can tell why everybody's hooked on sugar now. They thought it was a health food at one point or some shit. We're going to go back to, sugar obviously gives you an energy spurt, but it also makes you crash right after. I think we all know that. We all know it tastes fucking good. But you know what? It does taste good, but there's some alternatives you can do. Stevia. Another one called erythritol, a natural sweetener.
That's actually really good, yeah.
Yep. You can make anything, this is what I tell my clients, you can make anything unhealthy, cake, pie, whatever, healthy by changing 2 of the ingredients. So instead of regular flour, you use coconut or almond flour, and instead of sugar, you use either stevia or erythritol. And erythritol is in a lot of the stevias, including, Truvia. So that's an easy solution for that. There's tons of recipes online. Go look for it. Yeah, sugar gives you an energy spurt. You'll feel good for a little while. Just give it to your baby, see what they do, running all over the place and shit, and then they'll crash. Number 3, it goes right through you, stimulates hunger so you can eat more of the foods you love. Cool, I guess.
Not really.
No, it's an appetite stimulant. So basically, you eat some sugar, you're gonna crave more of it, and your hunger is going to increase. You're gonna want to eat more. Basically, fructose, which is a type of sugar, fools your metabolism by turning off your body's appetite control system. It fails to stimulate insulin, which in turn fails to suppress ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone, which then fails to stimulate leptin, which is the satiety hormone, which is the hormone telling you that you're full. This causes you to eat more and develop insulin resistance, which we all know leads to diabetes.
If I didn't know better, I would say this is very, very well constructed to be where we're at now.
Yeah, no shit.
It's like, really? You got chemicals that fucking, okay, well, we're going to give them this chemical that they don't know that they're full. And then they're going to eat more food, so, dude, you're going to make more money, but because they're going to go to your restaurant. And it's like, yeah, and I'm going to feed them shit that they're not going to know when they're... It's just fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's a whole other thing, but we'll get into it. Like, obviously, this all goes back to when low fat first came out, and you can read more about this on the ebook on healthhumorlife.com for free. Just type in the email, download it, cancel anytime, whatever. Go to it, get it. It'll tell you the whole history of this. But basically, 1950s... Oh, and the video course, too. That has it even in more detail. The 1950s, basically, a fake study came out with fake results saying that sugar was healthy for you. And then they demonized fat, saying fat was unhealthy for you. Hence, the low-fat era, where we all think fat is bad for us. And it's fucking not unless it's man-made, basically. And everything is blamed on fat, yet people are supposedly eating low-fat, and we have a million fucking heart attacks and everything else. It's not that. It's bullshit. I'm telling you right now, it's bullshit. And we'll get into it more as the podcast goes on. And it's also in more detail in the ebook, once again, and the video course explains it in detail. So go look at that on healthhumorlife.com. It's free. Go look at it. And there's also references and all that stuff in the book as well. But anyway, that's basically the gist of it. Food companies wanted to make more money, so they came out with this fake bullshit, getting us all addicted to sugar, because fat's not really that addicting. You eat a steak, you're going to be pretty fucking full, you're not going to want more of it. You eat sugar, you're going to want you could eat a whole cake. You could go and get crackers at the store. Starch, especially processed starch, is very similar. Where you eat crackers, you want to eat the whole thing. You eat chips, you can eat the whole thing. Same thing with sugar. You eat a piece of cake, you're gonna fucking crave the shit out of it. I know I do if I have a piece. So basically, they developed this almost perfect scenario for the food companies to spend less money making foods and make more money. Not only because the food's going to taste better with less fat and more sugar, but they're also going to be very much more addicting. And basically, let's get back into and this brings me back to number 4, you crave more of it. Sugar causes an overstimulation of the reward centers of the brain, which causes addiction. Sugar and other junk foods, due to their powerful effect on the reward centers of the brain, function similarly to drugs of abuse like cocaine and nicotine. The exact same brain centers are at play.
Yeah, there was a study done about cocaine having the same, like sugar is actually more powerful on that
that's right.
than cocaine is.
That was actually part of the article I cited that I didn't copy and paste on my notes here that actually got into that.
Which is completely fucking absurd that we are still putting it in food. If it's got the same fucking properties as cocaine does, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's all about the money, dude. The food companies have tons of money. Big Pharma has tons of money. They're like, as of now, in control of what happens with that. But people are fighting the good fight, and shit's gonna change eventually. It's slowly been changing. As you can look in the grocery stores, a few years ago you couldn't find organic shit. You couldn't find low carb bread. You can find grass-fed beef. Like it's changing. So it's cool in that aspect. But a good video to look up is by Dr. Robert Lustig, and he talks about the brain addiction to sugar, and compared with cocaine. You can search that on YouTube. Number 5, you get fatter. Sugar is the number 1 cause of gaining fat, period. And, processed sugar, obviously the worst. So there's pure sugar. Anything processed is the worst. Anything that gives you a insulin spike that's high glycemic is by far the worst. So that includes stuff like you'd think it would help with stuff you think is healthy, like fruit juices. Those give you a massive insulin spike. They're almost no better than soda. If you're going to eat fruits, it's better to eat the whole fruit because there's fiber in it. It slows down the digestion and that kind of stuff. But also, if you're overindulging on fruit, you can still gain weight from that, despite popular belief, which back in the day wasn't always a bad thing because our diets were nowhere near as full of sugar as they are now. And sometimes, back in, I don't know if I want to go as far back as the caveman days, but even back in, I don't fucking know, when our country was first started, you eat fruits, you want to pack on a little weight for the winter because food is going to be a lot more scarce. So there's tons of fruits in the summer, and it wasn't a bad thing to pack on a little bit of weight because food gets sometimes more scarce in the winter. So it wasn't always a bad thing, and people weren't fucking exploding like they are today because of the availability of sugar.
Well, we were also eating to survive then.
Yeah.
We weren't eating to fucking... We don't go through a breakup. In 1776, when Washington was leading the charge, they weren't fucking Steve in the corner wasn't going through a goddamn breakup and going, I need chocolate right now. Just leave me alone. You know what I mean? You didn't walk in on him, hey, let's go to war, and the fucking guy's sitting there with like 10 bowls of ice cream and chocolate. It's like, no, dude, that's...
Yeah, they didn't
no.
go to work and be like, oh, I had a fucking terrible stress day at work. Where's that ice cream dough? Give me that ice cream. I'm gonna fucking pound it. It's like Kobe the other day. Dude. I'm gonna have one more. I got one more craving I'm gonna satisfy, and then I'm going back to my diet. Buys a gallon of ice cream. I'm like, bro, you realize that this is not gonna be just one time thing. You have a gallon of ice cream in the freezer that ain't fucking going anywhere.
We should eat it.
You're gonna look at that every day when you're supposedly going back to your good eating tomorrow, and you're gonna want it because it's in the house in the freezer. Every time you open the freezer for your frozen chicken and vegetables and broccoli and shit, that ice cream's gonna be staring at you right in the fucking nice looking good brown eyes there. If that is the eyes you have.
Oh shit.
That's what I told him in line. He's like, well, bring it to my parents' house. Give it to them. I was like,
what?
well,
Still
you
there.
didn't bring it. So that's what happens, you bring food in your house, you can fully expect to eat it.
Well, dude, once in a while thing, dude, having ice cream once in a while isn't fucking bad.
Yeah, of course it is. But the way I do it, if I'm going to have something sweet, I'll either go to my parents' house once in a while, or I'll go, buy, one ice cream.
Right.
Not I'd never have a gallon in the fucking house. Not that I'm really tempted by it now, but be more so if it was always there. Getting back to getting fatter from eating sugar, basically the scientific explanation of this is the release of insulin is directly correlated with the speed at which the body digests certain foods. The faster the digestion process of a particular food, the more insulin is released. Eating foods of this type repeatedly, as most people do, will cause your body to remain in a state of elevated insulin levels and increasing the storage of fat into the fat cells. So basically when your insulin is elevated, which oftentimes people have insulin elevating foods at every meal, your body is in fat storing mode. When insulin is not present in the blood, then your body is in fat burning mode, basically.
So pretty much that's why when people eat Burger King and shit, they say, "Oh, it's gonna go right through you." It's because it's like a fast digesting food. It's just gonna fucking spike the shit out of you, right?
Most of the time. When insulin levels are elevated, typically due to a high guy carb or sugar consumption, and our muscle and liver stores are full, fat is accumulated in our fat cells. When insulin levels fall, fat is eliminated from the fat tissue and we burn it for fuel. This was known since the early 1960s and has never been a controversial subject until around the time the food pyramid came into existence, along with the promotion of sugar as a healthy part of our diet. It is one of the most basic explanations as to how the body processes these different types of nutrients and can still be found in every single biochemistry book available. Biochemistry 101, if you want the truth, go read it. It's stuff that's been known forever. And it's taught in, smart professors that actually teach the right stuff, that teach biochemistry. That's what's taught. It does not. Fat and protein are much less likely to store fat than sugar and like any type of starchy carb is. It's well known. It's just been so destroyed by food companies and so like confused all kinds of people because they wanted to make money basically. So if you want one, that was a passage like exited from the book I have on there that I wrote with all kinds of references and stuff. That's for free on healthhumorlife.com. If you guys want to read more about it, go to it. The video course also covers a lot of the same stuff, all free. Then getting to diabetes. This is like the end game, type 2 diabetes. When you're eating sugar for a long period of time, it's basically like that's not really the worst that's going to happen because death comes after that. Actually, you know what? Not quite, because you're going to lose limbs. You're going to be living miserably. You're going to be on all kinds of medications, and then you're just not going to live a high quality life eating sugar, all the time, your whole life. Doesn't mean you can't have it here and there. Like, for instance, myself, I have it probably, depending, anywhere from 1 to 3 times a week. That's not bad. If that means every other meal that I have, which is like 3 meals a day usually, is all low glycemic or has no sugar in it or has no starch in it or very little starch. So you can get away with that. You'll still stay pretty lean for the most part. So type 2 diabetes, which affects 90 to 95% of our diabetics. In this type, your body produces insulin but is unable to recognize and use it properly. It is considered an advanced stage of insulin resistance. Insulin resistance allows glucose in your body to increase and cause a host of complications. So in other words, your foot or arm or another bodily limb will probably fucking fall off. FYI, it's curable. All you gotta do is stop eating carbs and sugar.
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
Easier said than done, because I've tried doing that with some of my clients that are severely addicted to it. And it's just been so ingrained, especially in some of my older clients, some of their heads, because they've had, they've always had potatoes with a meal or a dessert after a meal or tons of rice with a meal and stuff like that. And like literally when you're trying to cure diabetes, you have to get off that shit. You have to have just enough to keep your blood sugar levels stable, which is usually, I believe, 15 to 20 grams every couple hours, if I remember correctly. But definitely research that before doing it. But diabetes, despite what doctors say, it's curable, period. And you guys can research that for yourself. And I highly encourage you to research anything and everything we're talking about, because that's how you really get the truth out of things. You don't just listen to someone and be like, oh, okay. I don't expect you guys to listen to us and just say, oh, okay, go research it. Go do your research.
Isn't that how we got into the fucking mess in the first place?
Yeah, people being like, oh, the doctor said that. Okay.
Oh, the sugar company did that? Yeah. Send me that health booklet.
Sugar company's offering a free diet book. Cool. Let me go get it. Except they're making money the more food and sugar you eat. So, same with doctors. They make more money the more prescriptions you get from them. Why would they want to make you healthy? I'm not saying that for all doctors, but they do make commission off prescription, period.
Podcast 3, juicing, we talk about that.
Yeah, podcast 3, juicing. Juicing doesn't seem like a very enticing topic to a lot of people, but it's a pretty decent podcast. Yeah, and actually, my girlfriend started juicing recently, and she actually loves it. She makes her own juice, unlike us. I
actually been drinking the remainder of what we had.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's like a good meal replacer.
Yeah, it is good. Tastes good. I definitely encourage it. I mean, it's good. It's good to... The juicing actually does come into play with this, because it helps when you do juicing for even just 2 or 3 days. It really helps get rid of cravings and stuff like that, because cravings is the hardest thing to kick with sugar, because it's just as bad as cigarettes or any other drug, really. But we just don't realize it because we don't realize that it's an addiction.
I wonder if juicing would help with the cravings for cigarettes.
Yeah, possibly. Of course, a lot of people have a hard time with it because they're so used to eating all the time, and it's hard to get through. As we found out day 4, day 5, when you feel like complete shit. So, yeah. But it does help. Even just juicing a couple meals and having a full meal, the other meal, as long as it's healthy, will help too.
That's not even that though. It's like, you know, like with work and what I was doing, I was drinking a coffee in the morning and I wouldn't eat anything for lunch because my week was so fucked up. I grabbed the juice from the freezer and I had that for lunch, and when I got home I made myself something with you guys, you know what I mean? I didn't eat anything that night that juice didn't give me. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have any of what that juice contained. Kale leaves and spinach leaves and all kinds of disgusting green shit.
Except it wasn't disgusting, was it?
It wasn't disgusting. Because there was, like, other shit in there, like ginger and all kinds of other stuff that made it satisfying. But I didn't have that in my third meal, so at least my body got that during the juice, you know?
Personally, I like kale. I think it tastes good.
Well, I like it too, but it doesn't sound too fucking appetizing. Me grinding up kale, spinach, tree leaves. I don't know what else is in there.
This is the thing. This is a mindset thing right here, for which I have a lot of my clients do this too. They think of healthy stuff as disgusting, like kind of like kale, blah blah blah. It's like you have to change your mindset about it, or else you're never going to get to the point of actually wanting to eat it.
It's not. That's. I think it's much deeper than that because we as human beings are carnivores.
Not necessarily, dude.
Yeah,
Not necessarily.
yeah,
There's a big
dude,
argument on that.
Hey, whatever, dude. We have fucking teeth, buddy.
We've eaten a lot of different stuff over the years. I'm not saying I don't agree that we're just plant eaters or just carnivores. I think we've eaten a lot of both.
Oh, I'm sure we have.
The human body is very adaptive to things.
Right, but I think that instinctively we are meat eaters.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not disagreeing about the fact that we've eaten meat. Period.
Right.
Like, but I think we've eaten a lot.
Have you ever seen a vegetarian?
Yes.
Go like a dime.
It's very difficult to get all the nutrients you need for, not all vegetarians though, but the reason that vegetarians sometimes are unhealthy is because they eat stuff like, sugar-laden stuff, because that's not made from animals. They eat stuff like fried chicken, like mozzarella sticks and shit like that, and they also don't get enough protein or enough nutrients. They don't do vegetarian right. If you're doing a vegetarian diet, you have to make sure and really put a conscious effort into making sure you're getting enough of all the nutrients. And broccoli, protein in broccoli here and there is not going to fucking do much because you have to eat a shit ton of broccoli to get enough protein. Like, it has some in it, and you also need to make it. You also need to make sure you're getting complete proteins to get all the amino acids. Because if you're not getting all the amino acids, then you're gonna probably have mental health issues. Probably gonna have physical health issues because those are very underestimated in the role they play in our body, big time. So that's why a lot of vegetarians end up getting depression, anxiety, and that kind of stuff. Not that it's not prevalent with other people too. And that's another thing I should probably mention during this. Sugar is what they call an anti-food. In a course I took, this is how she referred to it. Meaning when you eat sugar, it rips nutrients from your body. Sugar is almost like a poison that your body wants to get rid of. And it utilizes minerals and nutrients in order to rip nutrients from your body, basically, when you eat it. What did you say, Tyler?
Alcohol, the same thing.
Oh, alcohol, yeah. Similar to alcohol, yes. Very similar to alcohol.
For some reason, your fucking Google Calendar popped up, fucked up the whole recording. Didn't record any of it.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not lying to you. Keep going, you're good.
Save it.
Yeah, good call. We're gonna pause and save. You're live, dude.
Cool. So to end this sugar pot, we'll talk about dad bods in a minute. Couple different viewpoints on it. But I'm going to post these ads on the blog on healthhumanlife.com, which will be under the podcast. You just search for the podcast title. It'll be right there. Actually, right on the homepage. But these are the 1950s sugar ads, real ads that used to happen. I'm just going to read a couple excerpts from them, not the entire thing. Quote, "Sugar just might be the willpower you need to curb your appetite." Quote, "Sugar's quick energy can be the willpower you need to eat less." And this is under diet advice. Diet hint. "Which is less fattening? This grapefruit or Domino sugar?" You heard that egg at the beginning. Clearly, egg is not more fattening, even though it has fat in it. I want to clarify. Fat does not cause the same insulin spike, nor does it have the chemical nutrient makeup to store a lot of fat. So therefore, and it also is slow digesting, which is why it doesn't cause a massive insulin spike. So therefore, you could eat a steak and butter and store maybe a little bit of fat, but probably barely anything at all. And you would store more fat eating a slice of cake than you'd have eating a steak and butter. Look that up for yourself, because I know people think I'm crazy when I say that, but it's true. And you can even test it on yourself. Some people have. There needs to be a huge study done on it. It hasn't happened yet. But I've tested it on myself many a times. There's other people on the internet that have tested it many a times. Let's see, what's this other ad say? "It's smart to stay slim and trim and get Domino's energy lift too." "Sure, I love sugar, but I'm watching my weight. You need sugar for energy, and even 3 teaspoons of Domino sugar contain fewer calories than your apple." True, and this is the other thing I want to mention. The calorie in, calories out thing is complete horseshit, because you know what? it doesn't make any fucking sense. And this is also explained in the ebook, so, because I'm not going to remember everything I'm putting there right now, but basically, the reason it doesn't make any sense is because an egg, we'll use the egg as a good example. The egg has supposedly more calories than 3 teaspoons of sugar, but there's completely different hormone reactions going on there. The egg is all fat and protein, basically. So there's very little insulin spike from that egg, and it's all like slowly digested. When protein digests, it's very thermic, meaning it burns fat while you're eating it, and it uses more resources from your body to digest it. Basically, that's why protein doesn't store a lot of fat. Also on the video course ebook. When you have 3 teaspoons of sugar, that's a fucking massive insulin spike, and if your muscle and liver stores are full of glycogen, which is the stored form of sugar, then you're going to store it as fat, period. And most people's are always full because they eat a lot of sugar. So it's like, anytime you have a massive insulin spike like that, that's when it's going to get stored. And because of the chemical nutrient makeup of carbohydrate, sugar, whatever, it's going to get stored, period. Been proven a million times over. Go read Biochem 101. That's about it, dude. That's about it on that topic. If you guys have questions, send them to healthhumorlife@gmail.com. We're doing a Q&A next time. So we will answer some of your questions. We have some so far, but please go send them right now, because I don't know when we're going to be recording this. Probably within the next couple days. So send them now. Where do you want to go? Dad bods, dude?
No, I'm just very intrigued. Like, I'm glad I'm your only audience member. And I'm very fucking interested in what you're saying, dude. Like, it really is captivating, so I'm, like, into the conversation. Like, I really don't want to end the topic.
Well, do you have anything else to add or
I don't.
say?
I'm the audience member. I mean, I knew all of this because I live with you, but at the same time, it's like, it's fucking... I mean, it's an interesting topic because it's just like, it's been like thrown under the rug for so long. No one talks about it, dude. It's just weird.
Well, I guess I'm living in my own world because I talk about it all the time.
Well, I know you do, but I'm just saying, you don't see fucking anyone go on CNN and Fox and being like, dude, we've fucking ourselves since 1950. We need to stop.
Yeah, nope, not on them because that's,
Because Domino...
That's farmer controlled.
Right.
But there is a lot of documentaries coming out. Search Netflix, guys. There's one on Katie Couric called Fed Up. That's a good one. That goes into it. There's Carb Loaded. There's a bunch of other ones on there. Also listed in the ebook on healthhumanlife.com for free. Go get it now.
So dad bods, dude.
All right, let me read this quick article here. Flab is the new fab. No need to lose beer belly, fellas. Women are lusting after dudes with dad bods. A little extra gut around the middle. It shows you love life, but also have the good sense to not let yourself completely go, says Maria Dugo, a 26-year-old marketing manager from the Upper East Side. You can take them to family parties and eat cake together.
Is that on there? Or did you
Yeah,
add
no,
that?
it's on here.
You added the cake thing though, right?
No, I'm trying to find, wait, read more. Here we go. Ladies love guys who put the focus on fun. Not physique. Saying they're friendlier, more mature, and less narcissistic. I guess I'm a narcissistic fuck since I care about, my body and what I put in it. He would come across a fun, goofy guy, not stuck on himself. I'm stuck as fuck on myself. And Diane Hunt, 50 of Jersey City. Oh, said Diane Hunt, 50 of Jersey City. What a smart woman. The love is spreading across the country and even the world, with women as far away as Scandinavia cherishing the chub.
Like the penis? Is that what that means?
You'd think. Maybe that is what they mean. Okay, let me finish this and then we'll get into it. Looking too fit can come across as self-centered, said Doth Lodberg, 22, from Denmark, and guys certainly aren't complaining. You look at the people on Men's Health and they all have 13-pack abs, says Alan, a 37-year-old corporate banker from Inwood.
Oh yeah, let's listen to this fucking guy. keep going. Let's hear what the banker has to say.
The fact that society is starting to find normal physique sexy is a good thing. I wouldn't say that's normal. Not that, dad bod means you're obese. It doesn't mean it's, you're terrible, but I wouldn't go much farther than that. Unless you want diabetes and everything we just fucking talked about. But don't call dad bod a trend. No, definitely not. Definitely not a media trend. Definitely not a media promoted trend. Men have been letting themselves go since the dawn of time. The topic entered the zeitgeist last week when 19-year-old Clemson University sophomore Mackenzie Pearson wrote a pro-dad bod piece in her college magazine. Bro, to just getting all kinds of interviews with these fucking people supporting dad bods, dude. What the fuck?
What do you mean since the beginning of time people have been letting themselves go? What kind of fucking fucking horse shit is that? So let's go back to 1776 with Washington leading the crusade. Stephen decides, I'm gonna let myself go.
Fucking
Dude.
Steve crying in the corner while the war's going on.
There
letting
was
himself
no
go.
one. There was no one. I can fucking guarantee you there was very little people who were overweight.
Yeah, there was.
There's no fucking way there was just like this 300-pound dad bod guy walking around going, yeah, fuck yeah, let myself go. Like,
It's like, did George Washington have a dad bod?
it's fucking...
I don't know. It doesn't look like it from the fucking paintings.
Yeah, right. Paintings, right. I can't. You gotta keep going. You gotta finish this.
I had a nice thought. I'm gonna add it right here before I forget. The reason there's a documentary on why poor people are more obese than richer people or some shit, or middle class, and they were trying to figure this out, but it's fucking obvious to me because the reason they were trying to figure this out is because poor people can afford less food, so basically they're eating. So if they could afford more food, it makes sense because they're eating more, but they're actually eating less. But they're eating the types of food that cause the hormonal reaction to store fat. So, cheap shit like rice, fucking anything that's sugar is dirt cheap. They're eating that, and you don't necessarily have to eat a lot of it for it to store fat. Just that thought I just thought of. Alright, back to the dad bods. She called the dad bod a nice balance between a beer gut and working out.
What?
Her article has just been shared 452,000 times.
That's 452,000 people that need to get a fucking life.
There's 452,000 people that have an excuse to just keep eating like shit and not improve themselves or take care of the one body they were given. That's how I look at it. And if someone works out and they don't need six-pack abs, cool. But I think this dad bod thing goes a little far. You can be fairly healthy and have a little pudge, whatever. You don't need a six-pack. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't like this promotion of unhealthiness through dad bods. Is what I'm getting at.
Dude, yeah, no.
To Pearson, the man with the dad bod goes to the gym. But he also pigs out on pizza. This is the shit I hate. He drinks protein shakes but isn't above a platter of wings. Dude, I have wings sometimes and pizzas sometimes, but I don't have a fucking dad bod, nor do I need one. I keep myself healthy. It's fucking so stupid. His mere physical presence suggests cuddling and... His mere physical presence suggests cuddling and unpretentiousness. What's that mean, dude?
Attempting to impress by affecting greater importance, talent, culture than actually possessed.
Okay.
So it's like you trying to be an actor and trying to impress people by being an actor, but you suck at being an actor.
The thing is, it's not about fucking impressing other people. It's about taking care of your one body you have for life.
No, and
Yeah, if you wanna fucking...
Can I comment on this yet?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are we done?
Go ahead.
Did you
No-
read the
nope,
fucking
still going.
article? Read the fucking article so I can comment on it.
Since writing her piece, men have thanked her for helping them feel less insecure about their less than buff bods.
Stop! That's it right there. That's fucking it, man. That's exactly what that fucking whole fad is.
To make people
Read that again.
Since writing her piece, men have thanked her for helping them feel less insecure about their less than buff bodies.
Right, because men nowadays are fucking pussies, dude. They're fucking bitches. And they can't take no, they can't take rejection, they can't fucking, they can't control their anxiety, and they're fucking bitches about it. So they fucking, that's an insecurity that they don't have to worry about anymore. For them to think to themselves, I guess, because guess what? People are still gonna fucking judge you, dude. Sorry, dad bod guy. I guess you're only attractive to 452,000 people out of the 6 billion that live on the planet. I just can't even fucking get over it.
I wouldn't say that's the case for all guys, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a fucking dude. It's just an excuse.
We were both there at one point.
It's just an excuse, dude. It's an excuse to fucking accept where you're at and not. You don't need to put the effort in, dude. It's hard. Yeah. Fucking transforming your bodies. It's doable, but it's fucking difficult.
Yeah, I've done it, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, people don't want to fucking do that. They don't want to do that. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you're still doing it. Still working towards
dude,
it.
Yeah, I'll fucking get there.
It's not easy. It takes work, but anything in life worth getting takes work. Whatever.
Who would have thought, right?
Guys are flattered, Pearson said. They weren't ashamed of this body type, but now they have a reason to be proud of it. Someone young and female has said... I guess this is a quote from some anonymous someone. Someone young and female has said, "This is what I'm looking for."
Okay, dude, real quick. To even make the fucking statement that women, their attractiveness runs off like a visual thing is just fucking crazy. Like, women aren't attracted visually. That's a men thing. Like, guys are attracted by looks. I'm not saying women aren't attracted by looks. Women are more influenced by behavior than they are seeing someone.
You saying I don't like my girlfriend's personality, dude?
What, dude?
I just like her looks, dude.
Yes, dude. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm just giving you
I'm
shit,
being
dude.
no, I'm being brutally fucking honest with you.
Yeah, I don't.
Because you
agree.
wouldn't be fucking, you wouldn't be hanging out with her if you didn't like the way she looked, dude.
Well, obviously, looks are important. I think I definitely see how girls are value. I don't know. Let's just not even get into this.
It's not that. It's just because we're all fucking wired like that. Because, dude, it's weird because our attraction affects everyone differently. It's such an interesting topic for me. It affects everyone differently, and it's actually because it's what we want in our offspring.
Well, because you're the expert on this, we'll do topics on that in the future.
Okay, whatever.
We'll get into more detail on that.
Point being, no one wants a fucking dad bod kid. That's just what I'm saying, okay? Who wants to say I want my kid to grow up unhealthy and chubby? Who says that? Put your hand down, Matthew. Put your hand down.
New York Magazine took the movement one step further last week when it created
Movement now. You hear the shit? It's a movement.
anything the media puts out there's a movement.
It's a movement.
I mean, from my experience, most of the people, unless they're complete idiots, look at when the dad bods first came out. It was quite a while ago, actually.
It's a movement.
They kind of took it as a joke, to be honest with you. Even people who have dad bods, you know, whatever. So Tyler feels the need to turn off the live air so he can eat peanuts. He didn't want people to hear him chewing or some shit.
Technology, dude. It's in plate. Talk me mouthful.
New York Magazine took the movement one step further last week when it created a hypothetical diet for a man wanting to look this.
You have got to be fucking kidding me.
Dude, let me fucking finish. Jesus Christ. when it created a
Unbelievable.
hypothetical diet for men wanting to look this schlubly. What does that mean? Orange, Gatorade, Cliff Bars, and Trader Joe's frozen burritos all made the cut.
Did you read this before you...
Yeah, but I remember everything in it. This is by the way, this article is from NewYorkDailyNews.com. Some think the movement is both sexist. It's like the male equivalent of being a MILF. And old.
What?
After all, gay men have fetishized bears for years. Okay, after all, gay men have fetishized bears.
Dude, you can't even read. Try again.
Gay men have fetishized.
start
I've never
over.
seen this this word in my life, dude. Fetishized.
So it's like fantasized with a fetish.
Yeah, I get it, but gay men have fetishized bears for years. They fetishize bears? We gotta bring our buddy on here to talk about that one.
Lewis?
No, a gay porn buddy, which is coming up, by the way. A gay porn star that went to high school with. He is more than willing to come on this podcast.
When is he gonna be here?
We gotta contact him. All right, let me continue. But the main problem with the dad bod is maintaining it when you're a real dad. What? The dad with dad bod is working to keep it just at dad bod level, says Brett Singer, 44, a writer on the Upper East Side. Once you've got kids, if you want to wear the same pants as when you were 20, you're gonna have to hit the gym. So I don't get it. You have kids, you automatically get fatter? What? You change your eating habits just because you have kids, or you just fucking, I don't get it.
Well, no, if
You get lazier if you have kids?
Well, I mean, if you're eating Cliff Bars, Gatorade, and that other fucking shit every day for a diet. that
Frozen
they gave
Trader
you.
Joe's burritos.
Every day for a dad bod diet, dude. Well, then you're on track to fucking a great life. How soon do you think that dad bod would get way bigger if you eat that every
If
day?
you're eating that kind of shit,
Every day.
especially sugar and stuff, and
3
Gatorade
meals.
and whatever the other thing was, that's going to cause addiction. That's going to make you want to keep eating more of it, like we talked about earlier. Yeah, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen come out. But it's hilarious at the same time. I'm getting a kick out of this shit. I will post the link to this article, guys, on healthhumanlife.com blog as well. And if you get a dad bod, dude, you put the focus on fun. You're not a fucked up fucking full of yourself version of yourself.
That's the biggest fucking dude. That is the worst assumption I've ever have heard somebody like say. Yeah, well, I saw a fat guy, so I immediately knew.
He was a really fun dude.
I immediately knew. So it's like, dude, it's like if you see a fucking fat dude with glasses, you're gonna think like, oh yeah, well, I'm a huge Star Trek fan. We're gonna get along. It's like, dude, you don't fucking know what this guy is like.
Speaking of Star Trek, we want to see Star Wars this weekend. New movie.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Maybe
Supposed to be good.
we'll do a non-spoiler review next week.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to talk about it today, but I feel like we've covered enough. My dog fucking howling like a ghost woman.
Oh my god.
We'll get a recording
dude.
of it that will enhance and shit.
I know he does it gone.
Yeah, he gets the anxiety when we leave, and he thought Tyler was gone one day, so we started doing it. And it was like, I don't know, want to imitate it? The craziest shit ever, and I never heard it until we were recording.
When he first did that, dude, when you were fucking gone, it was the first weekend we were here, you were gone. I was in my bed, and we just get this fucking house checked out to make sure there was no spirits in it because of our past experiences, which we'll get into.
That's a whole other story.
But it's finally a clean house, and wow, awesome. So I lay down and I'm comfortable, and it's just relaxing. I wake up at like fucking 5 o'clock in the morning, or it was like 4:50. You left early that morning.
Yeah.
And I hear it, and I'm like, you have got to be fucking shitting me.
Well, we already got into it, so we're gonna post a recording right now. So yeah, that's it. That's my dog, Howlin'. I think he's getting a little better. Maybe, I don't know, because I'm gone.
Have you ever seen Grandma's Boy? That movie?
Nope.
Dude, really?
I don't know if I did.
You gotta watch Grandma's Boy, because so he goes and sees his grandmother, and he's staying in this guest room. They call it a guest room, but it was like her roommate's room who died in the fucking bed.
Yeah.
So he's staying in there, and there's like a picture, like a painting, a George Washington style painting on the wall of her.
Yeah.
And like his grandma's like under the bed fucking with him, like, I'm coming for you. And he's like fucking freaking out in the scene. That's exactly how I felt. I was like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. And then I hear it again. And dude, it did not sound like a fucking dog. That's what fucking freaked me out about it. It didn't sound like a dog. I had to really listen. And then I heard the at the end, and I was like, oh my fuck, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. And I opened the door, and he fucking saw me. He's all happy and shit, walks in my room, and he stares out my window for another 2 hours.
If you want to see pictures of the dog, here's a way to plug our Instagrams. I mean, it's mostly on mine, but
Yeah.
Get Fit Music on Instagram, Twitter. Tons of pictures of my dog, because I'm fucking take thousands a day.
Yeah, I saw you this morning. It's like a fucking blizzard, dude. The dog's shitting, and you're like trying to zoom in on him. I'm like watching out my window. I'm like, this fucking asshole.
Yeah, you know, and my title was, After a Rough Week, He's Enjoying the Snow. That's my Instagram title. So if you want to see some Alaskan Malamute fucking awesomeness, go to my Instagram, Get Fit Music, @GetFitMusic. Anything else to say, Tyler?
I think this is an overall informative podcast, dude.
You think so?
It captivated me.
That's good. So hopefully it'll captivate our other viewers.
I'm like,
Hundreds and thousands of millions of viewers.
Like, dude, I didn't take any ADD pills, and you kept my attention.
That's good. That is good.
It's not good.
It's important shit. I mean, it's like,
amazing.
we're probably going to say this, I'm probably going to go over this many more times. I'm going to go over it in shorter stints. Well, this is kind of a short stint, sort of, in the Fit Nutrit Commit podcast coming out, which is going to be a branch off Healthy in Life. But the reason I want to make it the reason I want to separate it a little bit, I may post it on this podcast page too, but it's so I can send my clients to a page without a lot of swearing and bullshit. So, but we want to keep doing the swearing and bullshit, obviously, because it's fucking awesome.
But the problem is, Matt, you see...
I like to not have a filter is what I like to have this. We pride ourselves on not having a filter and being real.
Right. Well, it's because you can hear when we're talking about something that we're passionate about, and we're talking about something that has meaning. However, we're just not going to get the fan base that we want with all this swearing, because some people just think it's too rude. Just some people just think that this said, yeah. And I was like, yeah, well, you know what? They can go fuck themselves.
I knew it was your mother.
Dude, yeah, telling me, not the email. Another person has a problem with me swearing. Fuck you. I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
I think I did pretty good this episode. I barely fucking spoke. And the times I did speak, I did say it. So, you know, what do you want me to tell you?
yeah, how do you guys think Tyler succeeded this episode? Count the fucks, email us at healthhumanlife@gmail.com. Well, give us some feedback. If you want Tyler to swear more, type yes to healthhumanlife@gmail.com. If you want him to say less fucks, type no and tell us why.
Dude, you're giving my mother the only reason to email us. She's gonna be the only one that puts no.
You know, other non-off-topic entertaining shit. Tyler was puking all weekend. We're not one to drink very often, but we had a Christmas party with our buddies this weekend, and Tyler just ended up in the basement hurling his lungs.
Oh my, dude, that dog fucking stayed with me the entire night. Did not leave my side. There was another dog here.
There's 2 other dogs here.
And he did not leave my side. I was like fucking sick as shit.
Yeah, it was
Sucked.
that punch, dude. That's what messed me up too. I think is the punch, and I wish I could tell this hilarious story I have, but I can't because out of respect for my girlfriend, she had some funny fucking stories to tell me.
Hey, that's good, dude. At least we're good entertainment for everyone else but us.
Go to healthhumorlife.com. Thanks for listening, guys. Give us some feedback. Please rate us on iTunes. We need to fucking move up this ladder so we can help more people.
I'm putting the fucking outro at the end of every one.
Cool, I'm going to say it anyway. It helps us out a lot, guys. If you have questions, we will answer it on air. Send them to us. healthhumorlife@gmail.com. Follow us on social media. Facebook.com/healthhumorlife. Tyler, what's your social media stuff?
The same as yours, dude.
No, it's not.
Health Humor Life, dude. I'm part of it. You didn't say yours. You just said Health Humor Life.
Yeah, your Twitter, dude. Your Twitter.
Twitter is T Pushard. Instagram is T Pushard. And my Snapchat, if you want some funny little snaps, I'll post them on healthhumorlife.com, but it's just Pushard.
What is my Snapchat?
I don't fucking know.
I think
Matt P 2298 75
Oh, no.
Something like
Matt
that.
P 2288, I think.
I think that's what it is, yeah.
Thanks for joining us next week. We're going to do a Q&A probably. All kinds of random shit. So send your questions now. Right now. Have a good one, guys.
We'll see you next time. Is it done?
No.
Just hit pause.
There's no pause button on the dishwasher, dude.
Yeah, there is, dude.
There's a stop button.
Is there a stop?
No. There's a cancel drain.
Do that one.
No, because then it won't get one.
Oh my god. You have got to be fucking kidding me. We'll wait then. We'll wait.
I hit the stop button. It just blinked and kept going.
How many times left on the fucking thing?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
God damn it.
If you enjoyed this podcast or any of our other podcasts, do us a favor and leave us a positive 5-star review on iTunes. Helps us move up the charts and help and entertain more people. See you next time, guys.